I have been working now for 8 years of my life trying to bring down the adulteration that is so much damaging us as beekeepers and forfeiting the consumer. So when I learned about this laboratory, I wanted to jump in a plane very quick and see if this was real. And I am very happy, very, very happy to be here because I see that this is a very sound method.
But how is in your Mexico? How is the honey market there?
Mexico is a tropical country. It is very complicated for beekeepers because they produce honey 4 months of the year, maybe 5 months, and they have to take care of the bees all the year. They have to take them water, they have to care for them, they have to be aware of people stealing the hives, and they are going out of business because of the cheating in the whole world. So Mexico is a wonderful country in biodiversity. The honey is beautiful, but the beekeepers are suffering.
What is the main concern for the beekeepers?
Well, the beekeepers need a fair price, a reasonable price, and they were obtaining it for, I have been 40 years as a beekeeper and as a trader also, and I have seen a fair market maybe only 5 or 6 years on all my life. So they have been always in the verge of surviving. Because you are a beekeeper, you know that we fall in love with this activity. But when it is not giving enough to maintain the family, to sustain our basic needs, then it's very difficult. And you know that now, if there is no beekeepers, the bees do not survive in Mexico because they have so many pests like varroa, like the small hive beetle. So the bees and the beekeepers are in symbiosis. And if we have this market with counterfeiting, we are suffering.
What is the average harvest per year for the one hive, for one colony in Mexico?
Well, it has changed along these 40 years. I can tell you in the beginning, it was reasonable for a fixed hive, not migrating beekeeper, to have 50 kilos, 60 kilos a year.
Okay.
And right now, if we obtain 30 kilos, 35 kilos, that is very good. I think typically everybody is now making 25 kilos in general, unless you migrate, and that means a lot of expenses.
The situation is same worldwide, that the harvest per hive have dropped, but the price have dropped how many times from that moment when you started with beekeeping?
When we started, I can't remember the export price in dollars because the peso, they took 3 zeros away. And the export price was $730. And I am sure that the expenses before paying the honey to the beekeeper were about $200. So the beekeeper was receiving only 50 cents of a dollar. And in a very good times, they have received $3 a kilo. In the good times. Some honeys, very special type of honeys like white citrus, orange blossom, maybe they can receive up to $5. But this is very special, only 0.5% of all the crop. We have some nice honeys like mesquite in the desert that we get reasonably good prices. Maybe $3 right now. But in general, the polyflora honey, which is maybe 70% of the honey, we are not getting more than $2. This year, we reach a bottom line of 180. And what makes me very happy here is that I have this paper. I have been working on how to tell our beekeepers guild to take empower ourselves to do the quality control or have more influence on how to control, because the methods that are used in international trade, they are facilitating life for the fraudsters. So this is a big sign of hope, the work you are doing right now and the work this laboratory is doing. I know they are in the initial stages. They are going to receive a lot of criticism, but I can see that this is very strong science, and this will be the most important authenticity test, no doubt, for quantity shipments. I know the beekeepers are angry, the beekeepers in Europe are angry at imports, especially of fake honey, but good honey is very difficult to produce anywhere in the world. So I think if this test is successful, and I know there are some very good packers that are also suffering because the industry has been invaded. It is like a plague. Some started wrong, and some others have fallen. Some others have had to sell their companies. So the good companies, I am sure they will be very happy and they will support this kind of method.
We are really happy that you came from the moment when you heard about this DNA testing. You was collecting the samples and you fly directly to Estonia, and I want to see the smart guys and smart girls, how they are doing there. And we are more than happy. And let's hope that we will clean up the honey market.